Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn about widely used vital lookup functions in Microsoft Excel. They are VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, index, and match functions. In Datasheet, we have 4 different tables. In the first table, postal code column appears towards left followed by city and state column. In the second table, postal code column appears in the middle and city column appears in left and state column appears towards right. In the third table, city and state column appears as first and second column followed by postal code column at the very right. In the fourth table, postal code data appears as first row, followed by city and state in the subsequent rows. Let's move into working sheet and start applying the formulas. First, we will work with the VLOOKUP formula. VLOOKUP stands for vertical lookup. We need to pass in 3 vital arguments. They are lookup value, table array, and column index. Let me write the formula. I am going to use the first table data to obtain the values here, because lookup value column has to appear towards left to apply the VLOOKUP formula. I am using column index number as number 2 to get the city name. Because city appears as second position from the lookup column, we need to pass in 0 to get the exact match. In the second formula, to obtain the state name, we're going to use the column index number as 3 to get the state name. Because state appears as third position from the lookup column, we need to pass in 0 to get the exact match. Now we got the results displayed under city and state column. I am applying the formula to all rows by simply selecting first formula row until the required rows and pressing Ctrl+D to apply the formulas on all the required rows. Now we will work with the HLOOKUP formula. HLOOKUP stands for horizontal lookup. We need to pass in 3 vital arguments, which are lookup value, table array, and row index number. Let me write the formula. I am going to use the fourth table data to obtain the values here, because we need the values to appear row-wise. Now we're locking the appropriate range reference and cell reference by pressing F4 key. It would help us to apply the formula on all cells simply by dragging the formula. Here we've specified row index number as number 2 to obtain the city name, which is located at row from the postal code row in table 4. Now we're copy-pasting the formula to next row and simply changing the row index number to 3 to obtain the state name, because state name appears as third row in the table 4. Now we got the results displayed on row city and state. I am applying the formula to all columns by simply selecting the required cells and pressing Ctrl key, and are to apply the formulas on all the required cells. We got the results in rows. Now we will work with the XLOOKUP formula. The XLOOKUP formula would help to obtain the values from both the left and right columns based on the lookup value column. We need to pass in 3 vital arguments. They are lookup value, lookup array, return array. The rest are optional parameters. Let's apply this formula. In the second formula, our lookup value will be postal code in this sheet and lookup array going to be postal code column in table 2. Return array will be city column in table 2. In the second formula, our lookup value is postal code in this sheet and lookup array going to be postal code column in table 2. Return array will be state column in table 2. Now we got the results. We will now work with the index and match formula. Application of index and match function can be easily understood by thinking of locating the position in a map using latitude and longitude value. First, we would understand how the index formula works. We need to pass in three vital arguments. They are array, row index number, and column index number. Array is nothing but entire data range which we need for performing lookup. Here, I am demonstrating the formula index usage using data in this sheet. We are able to see the output of the index formula. We got the output as Ohio, which is the result of row index position 3 and column index position 3. Now we would understand how the match function works. We need to pass in three vital arguments. They are lookup value, lookup array, and match type. Let me apply this formula over here. Match formula returns the index position of row or column based on the array range reference we pass in. It could be horizontal or vertical. Now we got the result here, which is the index position of the lookup value we passed in. Now we are going to combine these two formula to obtain the results. In this index formula, we passed in the lookup data range, then we passed in match function with first argument being the lookup value, which is the postal code. The lookup range will be postal code column in table 3. We need the exact match, hence we passed in 0. Similarly for second match function, first argument, we've select the cell which contain the value city for lookup value. Lookup range going to be header row in table 3 which contains the word city. I am locking the appropriate cell reference so that we could apply this formula to the below cells simply by dragging. Formula for the state name. We passed in same the lookup data range in table 3, then we passed in match function with first argument being the lookup value, which is the postal code. The lookup range will be postal code column in table 3. We need the exact match, hence we passed in 0. Similarly for second match function, first argument, we've select the cell which contain the value state for lookup value. Lookup range going to be header row in table 3 which contains the word state. Here, we're locking the appropriate cell reference by pressing F4 key, so that we could apply this formula to the below cells simply by dragging. Here we go. We got the results. Hope this video is useful, especially for beginners who are learning Excel. Thank you for watching. We see you in the next video.